Hello, happy birthday if you are Sagittarius and you were born today, November 21st, 2023. Just the fact that you were born on November 21st, you're lucky already because you start off our season. This is your particular reading for those of you born on November 21st. Just to give you some background information, and this is good information both for the Sagittarius themselves and cross watchers and those who deal with you. I like to do this every year, and I try to do it for every birthday, and sometimes I do get backed up, so I try to bunch them together. So those of you born on the 21st, your greatest challenge is intimacy. But the way to move forward, or the way to get past that, is to understand that opening up yourself to someone else is not a sign of weakness, but a sign that you are human. So you might have relationship issues, you might have trust issues with people, or being intimate maybe from childhood trauma or just life itself, where you might have had a bad experience. But you can get past it. It's not a sign of weakness to admit that you're afraid to opening up. Actually, you have strength in that. It's just proving that you're human. It's proving that, you are subtle to strength and weakness. So that's one of the challenges that you have. You're drawn to people born on November 22nd to December 21st. As long as there's no secrecy or pretense, this can be an intense and passionate union. So you are drawn to fellow Sagittariuses when it comes to relationships. When it comes to your luck, you likely get offers from people who tend to not really want to trust people or open up to them, but for some reason they have faith in you, and they're energetic and they feel your energy. People gravitate to your energy. At your best, you're disciplined, elegant, and influential, but on your worst side, your dark side, your shadow side, you're a workaholic, closed off, and depressive. That closed off energy kind of taps into also with the challenge that you have intimacy issues. So it could be that you're in hermit mode a lot, or you're closed off because you don't want to communicate, or you feel lesser than, or you just have, I feel like it's just things that have happened in your past or experiences that you've had that you haven't gotten over. You are a sun sign. Your rising planet is Mars, and of course Jupiter. The World card attaches to you. So in tarot, when the World card is shown, you know that it's speaking to you, those of you born on the 21st. Some lucky numbers for you, or your favorable numbers or days of the week, could be the 3rd and 5th of the month, or the week, or the year. Your lucky days can be Tuesdays and Thursdays, especially when they fall on the 3rd and 5th of the month. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, lucky days, maybe great days for you to play games of chances, and days, maybe planning events on the 3rd or 5th of the month when they fall on those particular days. Your lucky colors can be red, purple, and blue. And of course, your birthstone, like most Sagittariuses, is topaz. You have the blue topaz, and then you also have the yellow citrine topaz. People born on November 21st, you live by your own rules. You have a strong sense of justice. You want to change the world. You have no trouble working at your best, and more often that's your goal. You bring a quality to life in everything that you do. You want to surround yourself with excellence. You might have trouble learning from your past mistakes, because some of them, again, because of your detachment in certain areas, you might not want to accept them. Until the age of 30, most of you born on the 21st may find that you want to experiment and broaden your horizons. These are the years when you are most likely to make mistakes when it comes to your profession and careers, or you might be confused or going in the wrong direction and not sure what you want to do as far as your career. But you will get more disciplined and more determined and more focused as you age. You have to come to terms with denying yourself the happiness and fulfillment of close relationships with others. A lot of it has to do, again, I think, working with past feelings, past disappointments. But once you get in touch and control with those feelings, you will have the ability to rise above those setbacks and whatever other difficulties that are along your path. You can even be inspired from those difficulties to make not only yourself better, but mankind. When it comes to love, those of you born on the 21st, you like to be your own boss and you're very self-reliant. You are more to be the perfectionist loner. You don't mind being yourself, so relationships may or may not be important to you. You already have a kind of a challenge when it comes to intimacy, so I can see why you wouldn't have a problem being by yourself, because you might feel awkward in intimacy. And here again, it says intimacy can be a problem. They may use their ironic sense of humor to keep everyone smiling, but at arm's length. And I know some of us as Saggies do that, even those of us who are not born on the 21st, when we're in sticky situations or uncomfortable situations, we kind of back out of it and we laugh ourselves out of it, or we laugh to break up the tension. For the sake of happiness, it's important for you to reconnect with your childhood. And again, dealing with whatever it was that challenged you in your childhood that is affecting you now as an adult. When it comes to your health, people born on this day, you're very prone to mood swings, depression, and bouts of self-pity when your life doesn't go as planned, or people don't connect or respond to you in the way that you had hoped for. When it comes to the diet, you have to keep your energy levels up and spend more time cooking and less time shopping. Okay, so that means shopping in the sense of shopping for food, buying fast food. You need to start doing like the natural things and cooking your own meals. Regular exercise, especially if you can be part of a team, like a volleyball team, a basketball team, aerobic dance class, Zumba, that type of thing. Meditation is also very good for you. And in connection to your health, carrying your crystal, the turquoise, is also considered. When it comes to careers, those of you born on the 21st, you have the tendency to be an editor. You have the creativity when it comes to teaching, writing, or the arts. You can also be drawn to advertising, publishing, and media, which again, those all are part of, or also politics and charity work and the healing professions, as most Sagittarius are attracted to the healing professions. When it comes to your destiny, your life path is to get in touch with your own feelings and those of others. Once they are able to reveal their vulnerable side or your vulnerable side, you then can chill out and really start to enjoy your life. Your destiny is to inspire others and to make positive changes in their lives. You being a spontaneous person is the best gift, not only to you, but to the world. So happy again birthday to those of you born today on November 21st. My angels, guide me to the message before we start the reading. Reconsider your approach. Something that has not been working for you, could even be in an intimate setting, but something that you've been trying to do, manifest, maybe close a deal, start something anew, change a direction. You need to differ from what you're doing. However you've been pursuing it, or the way how you've been looking at the situation is not working. So you need to come from another approach. You need to think of another way to tackle your situation or to get the result that you need. You've been focused on only seeing one solution, and there's other ways to get around it, to get what you want to achieve. What is the overall energy for those born today on November 21st? What is the overall message in the tarot? Ten of Swords. The end of your pain and suffering is coming to an end. You've gone through a lot. You've been through a lot. You could have had a lot of people who've hurt you, talked bad about you, did things behind your back. People who you thought were your friends, double-crossed you or just played you for a fool. You've had a rough year, or maybe a rough couple of years, but it's coming towards an end. This is a new season, a new cycle, a new chance for opportunity, a chance to just let the past be in the past and not take that negativity and not take that hurt and pain with you. At the bottom of the deck, we get the Queen of Swords. For many of you, you're going to have to defeat all that's been done to you by a new mental outlook in life and how you look at life. You have to play a mental game of chess instead of an emotional game of checkers. So you have to be on your guard. You have to think better and brighter and smarter than your enemies. In the middle of the deck, we get the Five of Wands. You're still going to have conflict even in this cycle as you go on to the new year and during this birthday season. There's still going to be people that want to challenge you. And people want to challenge you because they know your capabilities. They know what you're made of. And they're jealous of that. So you have to be one up against them. And then finally, with the card of Six of Cups, the opportunity for even possibly people or lovers who have hurt you in the past may be coming towards you because they realize what they had in you. They realize what they lost in you. Someone might want forgiveness because they feel it's the right thing to do, as 1111 just showed up on the camera. So this is an angelic thing. Someone's soul, or they can be going through a cycle themselves of change, which they feel they need to reconnect with you. They need to wrong or right. This could be a person that caused you problems or fears in the past with intimacy, and could be the reason why you are closed off, or the way, explains why you are the way how you are. With the card of Present, we need you to focus now, those of you born today on the 21st, on the present. Don't think about the past and don't put too much stock into the future. Deal with what you have now. Deal with the reality of what your life is now, and what you can do and what you can't do. With the card of Limitations, obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought, or simply choose something better for you. Again, remember we started out saying you just need to take maybe a different approach. So limitations are only limitations when you allow them to be. If you take a different approach, if you think differently, if you go outside the box and think creatively. Obstacles are never what they seem. They're only obstacles if we believe them to be and accept them to be. You can get around them, Sagittarius, with some careful thought, or simply choose something better for you. The reason that you might have that limitation is because that thing or that person, whatever it is that you desire or you're chasing after, wasn't meant for you to have, wasn't meant for you to chase after. Your next message is align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy for you to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. Again, being in the present, aligning yourself against the flow and the thought of the limitations. Align yourself to do the battle, to come out victoriously. Stop thinking in defeat. At the bottom of the deck, we get lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. So you need to lighten up some. Let's see what the moon energy says for you, and then we'll go into some cards from the angels. You get a win-win outcome is in the forecast, Moon in Libra, okay? So something that you want to be successful at, you are going to have a win in something, and I can see that. I feel that happening if you go with the energies of doing something different, living outside the box, taking a different approach. Past life issue, the situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. Did I not say repeatedly in this reading intuitively that some of you, the reason why you are closed off, why you have intimacy issues, could be past time hurts, past time relationships and connections that went awry, that hurt you or disappointed you? You need to address those. Some of those past life issues could be affecting you in this life. You need to come to terms with them and let them go. The situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. So if there's something that is steadily on your soul and on your spirit, that is repetitive in your life. A lot of deja vu moments on a particular subject or person. It could be strongly connected to your past. While you're suffering in intimacy and connecting with people, could deal with past life issues. Ask your angels, your guides, your ancestors to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experience. Some of you might have tried to put these aside. Put them where you don't think about them. No one wants to remember hurtful situations. No one wants to go back in the past and stay there, but sometimes we do. Sometimes you need to go back in the past in order to release it and to let it go and to heal from it. And then the past won't have so much of an effect on your present. In closing, I think we're going to pull a romance card for you too. Unlikely. Something that you want to do or something that you're hoping to transpire is very unlikely that it's going to happen. And it could be because it's to protect you. Bottom of the deck, meditation brings answers. Before you make harsh decisions, meditate on the situations and make sure that you're asking your angels to assist you. Parents, the divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their abilities. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Now, I don't know if a lot of you are going into therapy because of your parents or your past life problems and your intimacy problems stem with your parents. But again, it's a connection there that you need to address so you can release it and move forward. Let's get a message for love, and then we'll close this out. And what I usually like to do, something new that I'm going to do this particular season, for each particular birthday that has the most viewed videos, like 100 or more, I will do a more fuller reading for your particular day. Okay? But the views of 100 or more would have to be within the same week of that birth date. And then I will do an extended reading for that particular day. So for those of you born today, 21st, if you want a more expanded reading than what I'm doing now, I'm going to need 100 or more views by the end of the week, and then I will do an expansion. And that goes for each day during our birthday season. What's the love messages for those born on the 21st? Harvest, you planted the seed now. Let the universe give it to you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Some of you have been longing for love and wondering why that person hasn't come along or what's taking so long. Listen, if you've done the work, if you planted the seeds, it's being worked behind the scenes. You can't rush love. You can't rush the process. Sometimes your person isn't ready. Maybe they're going through something. You wouldn't want someone to come into your life if they're broken, if they're going through something, right? So know that if you planted the seeds, whoever's meant for you will come to you in the time that they're supposed to. And in closing, missed chances, have you considered all your options? Did you give it everything? In the end, we only regret the chances that we didn't take. Some of you are reminiscing about missed chances or thinking about missed chances. Remember, we got the connection there that someone is thinking about apologizing or coming back to you. This could be a missed chance between you and that person. They feel that way, obviously, and you too. So if there is an opportunity for a past connection that is going to reach out to you, this is the greatest time for you to give them the platform and the floor to come forth to you. As long as they're coming forth to you in an honest and sincere way, why not? You know what? Let's pull a card for careers. Being that today's the first day, I didn't have my finance cards out, but I will get those out for future readings. Okay, it seems like I can't get this out. Okay, we got it. I always keep, I take very good care of my cards, and I suggest if you have cards, you do the same. Keep them in their boxes or keep them in their satchels or tote bags when you are not using them, and consistently bless and cleanse them. Okay, you get body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So those of you born today, if you need a little side hustle and you have artistic skills, maybe you're not a tattoo artist, but maybe you can draw the pictures that people take to the tattoo artist. Body work can be also people who do, like, you know, at the circus and stuff, the ladies and the guys who do the paint figurines and all the nice paint characters on your children's or adult faces. That's a nice exercise gig to do, especially you can do that at children's parties or fairs, at big events, carnivals. Massage therapy, you can do that in a corporate setting, or you can have private clients. Energy healing, you know, Reiki, all that type of spiritual and holistic healing, and physical therapy or exercise training. If you have a certification or you have, you know, professional credentials in physical therapy or exercise training, and you're fit yourself, what a good way to make extra money. And also it could be a substitute career, or when you're in between jobs, again, you could just get yourself a few clients and jumpstart into a different career while still working at your regular job. You have an additional company coming in and money. So take that into consideration, that body work could be something for those of you born on the 21st. I just wanted to see what was in the bottom of the deck to end your reading, and it says you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You hear that? November 21st, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You're on the right path. So for many of you who had any doubts if you're on the right path, or sometimes we question if we're on the right path because we don't see any signs that things are going the way that we want them to. We don't see any rewards, or we don't see any opportunities happening, but it doesn't mean that we're not making stride. It doesn't mean that we're not taking steps in the right path, in the right direction. You just got to keep going, and you got to keep marching, you know, and going towards the end. You can't expect to see everything and know everything right from the beginning, right? Just keep doing the work, sowing the seeds, water, nurturing them, and they will grow. Happy birthday again. Thank you for starting off Sagittarius season. May you have a blessed birthday, and know that I and the channel and all the fellow Sagittarius love you. And come on back tomorrow for those of you born on November 22nd. Namaste.